flanking was good, you know, but you don't really see too much. Either way, we're going to talk about him later. Effort getting very low, ignited, and ticking down. That's first blood going to Kellen, as he must have just gotten knocked up here by the Zyrakan combo.
Yeah.
Not much he could do to respond to that.
No heal for Envy, obviously, so he's just going to tick down there, and even committing the flash to trying to escape. It's a really nice engage from Kellen, just over.
As a bottom lane, we're trying to be aggressive. We're Kalista Renata, and he's like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm stepping up. I'm going to get it, but the timing is just off, right? This timing, though, could be very good, as Kellen going to be hand shook back, but he goes all the way back to aiming, drags the Lee Sin with him, as Envy will take down the kill.
Lucid not here for this play. They don't have, you know, any idea that Gideon is coming around. There's a lot of vision. Lucid is also wrapping around now. And Karis later on the play here, this could be an issue. Try to slow this down.
Yeah, D+ though not... Okay, are they actually going to go for it? There's the root, in goes Lucid. Effort is going to be kicked away, but Envy alone in the top side, just going to be taken out for free. Lucid flashes away from Karis, and now Karis in a little bit of trouble, does get rooted down, but D+ not going to overcommit. They get the Kalista basically for free, and now they should be for this Rift Herald. Now, Showmaker is in the top side trying to threaten something here, maybe a follow-up. TP also coming in from the Gragas. Showmaker looking for the play on it. Envy catches him just on the edge, flashes in with the root, and Envy is going to get bailed out, though. Showmaker going way too deep by himself, and he gets taken out. And that's going to be a kill going in the hands of Karis. They will not pick up this Eye of the Heralds, though. But yeah, that was a bit too far there.
You can see here, but definitely a huge win for Bro.
Yeah, now Lucid should be able to get over this wall. Has Karis overstayed is the question. He's got Emperor's Divide and his Flash, but that's a buy, as he's going to keep him locked down. That Emperor's Divide is absolutely nothing. Karis will flash away, though. He's got some help on the way here. Can he delay for long enough is the question. He's level 12 and actually quite tanky. He does go down, but now Gideon and Effort are here. Do they have the damage? Lucid taking 2 turret shots, and down he will go in the trade. Gideon at least able to trade one back.
It's a messy start to the season here, Valdez, but you know, he survived. And let's see if they want to commit. Karis does have teleport, and he's free to use it.
Yeah, they've got 4 guys down here on the bottom side of the map. Morgan is in a lot of trouble here. It's a CC for days as down he goes, and Kellen, of all people, is going to pick up the kill. Didn't even use Ignite, obviously not trying to take that kill. Big committal from DK, though, and now with the Void Bubs, little Void Might dudes there, they're going to push in here, and this is a lot of mid-lane pressure already from Bro.
Yeah, if the kill goes over to Xayah, you feel a lot better about this, but you're actually going to trade a kill for 3 turrets. You got 1 yourself. Can you punish this is the question. Kingen has no ultimate, used it on the previous play. See if Bro can get out.
Well, Effort looks free. He is going to flash away, actually, and there's the hostile takeover, and now it's just going to be Envy who's left to the dogs, and down he goes. So he is the sacrifice. They do get the mid-tier 2, but that's another kill in the hands of DK.
Yeah, very wild and messy game. Successfully really staved off some of the pressure. They avoided those Drake fights. It's 4 men to kill Morgan, right? It's difficult to dive at Jax. He has Counter-Strike, and there was a teleport. Maybe Azir could come down here in Emperor's Divide, so you want to commit 4, but you lose that top turret, you lose mid and mid-inner.
Why are you taking all the kills?
Yeah, he's mad he's taking all the kills because he needs some of that money. And then, of course, this here is Effort having to flash an ult away. Gideon does escape here. Close call there, actually gets caught by the root.
Maintains vision control of the top side here.
Showmaker spotted. He just can't enter this fight.
Yeah, I mean, Callan's got to pull the trigger if they're going to engage at all. As it goes to Xayah, that is Cloud Soul over to DK, and immediately Gideon goes down. Great engage follow-up from Showmaker. As all of the plays here from the side of Bro just a bit lackluster, a little bit too little, too late, as one by one the dominoes fall. Only Effort and Envy are left here to stand, but that is massive for D+, and aiming is flanking. He's like, okay, I'll show you how to do it, and that is 5 kills and ace to the side of DK.
I mean, that's it. That might be the game here. 23.5 minutes in, that's 4 time, but this bottom push, the 4-man is so strong. Lucid trying to hide back here to potentially be able to counter-engage if Bro tried anything, if Karis tried to pull a fake or slide in and pull the AD carry. You mentioned it, aiming still has his ultimate available, could just simply just avoid that engage. Sundisk will simply buy time, but that is all it is going to do here. Some additional gold going over to D+, and that's going to be an inhibitor down here. Showmaker holding down mid alone. And there's no Jax, you know, in the side lane here. Morgan's just sitting with his squad, so Bro gained nothing. It's 4,000 gold on the play after a Cloud Soul is picked up.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the LCK, if you give one team an ace and a Baron, yeah.
So many threats, so many engaged champions.
Only way to do this is get Prio in mid and make a stand somewhere. As the engage comes in, they find Gideon. He's rooted pretty much forever, and down he goes. The damage from aiming is just too massive as Lucid gets into that backline with Kellen. He's taking a lot of damage and will get away, but the follow-up from Kingin and the rest of the team will be good. That's a Quadra already, as aiming is trying to pick up a Penta here in day 2 and should just be able to unless Kellen steals another. It's not going to happen, and aiming will get a Penta in the first game of the series.
First Penta of the season very early on, and D+ will push down to win it. Showmaker already was close until it wasn't, Valdez. That one Cloud Soul fight really opened things up, and with no vision, they had to try to push out mid, but they get caught by another Pop Blossom there from Showmaker. The follow-up is good, and
just get the Dragons. We know they're strong, and you're going to be feeling pretty good anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure coaching staff D+ just said new meta, new schmeta, and so
yeah.
still go for Dragon stacking. That's what we like.
You know, you have some extra time in the early game and the mid game, and sometimes the late game. So here's Kellen just zooming in. He's got the zoom. He's Envy in a little bit of trouble, but there's the Bard ult. Gonna buy some time, aiming full health. That ult is just gonna sail wide somehow, and aiming is going to look for this kill as Lucid sets him up. That's first blood. Aiming, though, is gonna see a Sejuani, and DK have taken too long with this play as Gideon gets in position and will block the vault over the wall. It's a double kill for Gideon.
Yeah, double kill for Gideon. That's gonna make this Sejuani a little bit tankier.
Over, not gonna hit the knock-up on Karis, and now we just have messiness and action around the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, very awkward. Karis has to stay in the pit. The rest of the team has to come up. He has to flash.
Karis has to flash, but it's perfect because Kellen's going to go down. Nice snipe this time around from Envy. That's the Rakan just gone. Kellen going a little bit too ham, but now the TP comes in and Lucid gets in underneath that one, but he's in a bit of trouble as well. They need some damage. Kingin making his way in with the teleport. Morgan as well, a little bit late, but perfect timing perhaps as he is looking for more. Flashes in, nearly able to take down Lucid, but maybe he went too far himself as now they're chasing down Showmaker. It's a double kill for Karis, and it will be the Dragon to Bro.
Looks like the Dragon Lane luck is changing. Aiming.
Oh boy.
We'll get an exit kill, but what a bizarre set of plays here. Unfortunately, we'll slow, but slow and steady wins the race, you know.
They had to take a sip of their brew, you know, it's bro and brew. So the hand was off the mouse for just a little bit, and then they go up and they're ready to finally take this down. Lucid is nearby, he has King in as well. You see the Black Leader here taken, will the smite come in, and the Poppy Ultimate just gives it for free. And King gives us a little thumbs up. There you.
I mean, Jax gets a lot of agency out of this. I think D+ need to try to make something happen down here because this might end up being a lot of turret damage. TP.
Yeah, TP's coming in, and the ult does go in onto Karis. They want to come into this, but the arm guard it's completed, guys. He's able to stasis, and now this dive might actually work out. They're going in on the Karis. He goes down, and now aiming has to go into stasis himself. Showmaker looking for the divide. Envy with no E remaining, and he flashes just to die as the rest of the team had already jumped ship. And DK position.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly could set up for a pick. As Lucid also threatening Envy. Caught.
Yeah, he's just gonna maybe die. He's gonna go down. Envy just takes him out as the team not there together, and Lucid going way too far forward by himself. Maybe feeling a little bit too easy when he was on the CL squad. And so if you're going to engage, it has to be crisp. Now, DK, they say, we're just gonna do Baron. And they might just be able to do it. I mean, they have insane amount of damage, and Gideon goes flying. It is free for the side of DK. And now Bro trying to punish them for that one, but D+, they say, okay, we'll just run away from this one. No punish comes in. They don't have their Sejuani, and no engage allows them to do anything.
It's a really clean disengage out of the Baron pit as well, splitting it.
It's not going to be easy. Maybe it can match Showmaker on the bottom side. You see a fight over the blue buff, and it is going to go the way of Bro, I believe, but the engage here is quite strong. Karis in a lot of trouble. The timing is good, and that is a free Azir. Just going to go the way of D+.
I mean, that might be an opened up inhibitor here, as they've got follow-up on this play.
Look at King, and he's like, okay, you don't have Azir. Now I can just walk in a forum.
True shot to try to clear the wave to keep this inhibitor turret alive.
Kellen gonna try to set this one up once again. The Bard ultimate does delay and buy some time, but redemption as well. And the follow-up engage is good. Morgan has to back away. Showmaker very low, but he is going to survive here as the siege on the inhibitor. This is without Baron, mind you, and it's the mid-inhibitor gonna go the way of DK.
With that cannon minion surviving, you know, they have enough pushing power on it. Lucid will respect. As this Drake is spawning in 20 seconds here. King in.
Okay, well, they know he's here, but he doesn't care. Just gonna press the R button on Takaris, and he dies for free again! And that's gonna be the end of that. The Bard ultimate is just a celebration for DK. And that's just...
Now what do? Effort on the flank here, trying to scout this out.
It's feeling a little bit like game one once again, where it's like you don't have a lot going on, so you just try to group up in mid, as now it's just a dead Bard. He's just 100-0. The burst showing through feels like solo queue. It's going to be the end of effort. Doesn't even have time to flash.
You don't want to be the one who has to check. You don't want to be the one who's trying to come out there and clear vision, but you've got no choice. And Showmaker finally gets the punish. That's Baron. And him still down for 80 seconds. And D+ are just in the full control of this game in all regards right now. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, that's Morgan in a lot of trouble. He's got Gideon nearby. The counter-strike is going to help. Bard ultimate as well. He's going to try to seal the fate, but Morgan is standing his ground. He lives as well, as the Jax can be pretty incredible sometimes. Does get away. Shot Barrage will sail wide as well. Through the goalpost, looking for Karis. This time not going to land it. Lucid does take a lot of damage, but the Poppy ultimate, a little bit of anti-synergy there, actually. They don't take anyone down. The Bard stun comes through as well. And now Aiming going to have to use some buttons here. Presses his R1, and he's just running away. King in and Showmaker now with a bunch of enemies on their heels. Stun comes through on the King, and he is so incredibly tanky. You can't kill this Poppy. It's not going to happen. The Emperor's Divide comes through, but the damage follow-up is not there. And slowly but surely, DK will chip away at the front lineup, bro. That's going to be the end of that. Envy as well will go down, and D+ will take the series 2-0.
Very dominant performance here from D+, post mid-game, back-to-back, finding the picks they needed in order to scoop up objectives.
Control, able to keep up the pressure on the bottom side. Pyosik just mirroring Willer. Is going to land the Q, goes in on it as well. Knows that Closer is very weak in the mid lane. Just wants to take the 1v1 and exert that pressure on in. Now Beryl does not care. Puts them together, and Henna moving forward. Gets the bailout and picks up the first blood. Immediately goes down though. And now it's Execute on the run.
That was beautifully played by Henna and Execute, though. They see that the all-in is happening, and even with
free, if not for getting that last second kill with the bailout and trading it back, getting the first blood, etc. Still a bit of an issue in the bottom side, as you mentioned. And, okay, looking for a player on a BDD who's just going to get grabbed by Execute, who's in mid lane. And even Hui is not able to help out this time around, so BDD just not expecting a Renata gank. And just a bit too much pressure. Closer flashing in.
Still trying to make something happen. Just speeds perfect up. But that's it.
Hand shook, but Execute goes for the bailout, and Beryl is just surviving. Varus not enough damage at this point. Hits level 6 and does pick up at least the kill. And a miss here on the ult from Death. So that's just going to be a 1-for-1.
Yeah, True Shot Barrage does have a decent channel time. So it was...
Does respect it this time around.
Yeah. He gets his 80 carry ahead, as he is going to continue to do here. In this case is
okay. He's just going to flash. Little ults, little trade back. Willer's going over the wall. Doesn't expect Pyosik to be here. Q is going to miss from Pyosik, and now he's low, and that's a bunch of soldiers right on top of him. As BDD is not able to trade it back. Willer's so low, but he can't quite get on in there. A nice 2v2 win to the side of Fearex.
BDD is so close to bringing one kill back there with the Comet, but isn't going to be able to take Willer out. Oh, wait!
Well, thought he was trying to snipe the Xin Zhao.
Yeah, baited by the Observer.
How they're going to get into this river. Execute's taking some damage early on. Some nice poke comes in. Another Molten Fissure. Trying to open up in a lane into this one. Now Udyr's just going to sprint at them. In goes Closer. Finds Beryl. That's a free way. And down he goes. Closer's taking a lot of damage, though. Ult is going to hit nothing. And Perfect is just a menace there in the pit. Execute getting low as well, but BDD is being hounded by 3 members as they go back in. Pyosik looking for a kill on Navarez. And now with Deft here pretty healthy, of course the Rift Herald stolen by KT, but they can't get the eye. It is just going to be Fox to move away.
And here for FearX, but then also a huge win in terms of turret gold for KT.
Yeah, I mean, Deft was pretty safe the whole time. I feel like he could have gotten even more aggressive. I don't know what Execute is doing.
Dying.
Yeah. And Barrel's going to get the kill. I don't even know how that happened. I thought Deft actually sniped him. So we're talking about Deft. He's obviously very
lane, and Azir is okay on his own, but Udyr doesn't need turrets. He just runs. He'll run at you and he'll run away from you. Kind of an issue is, speaking of
running at people, Clear in a lot of trouble. Tons of damage coming out from pretty much everyone as the hostile takeover not going to be quick enough. So they get in, they get out, and that's kind of what this composition does, right? Very mobile. You're throwing a big ult. Okay, that's Flash out of Renata, but that's also Shockwave down for the fight. Willer, though, again, he's just getting poked out on the team. He's just in the front. He's going to throw up that one. It's going to be a smite fight, and it goes to Pyosik. Don't do that against this guy. He's going to hit it as now Closer going in just gets the flash out of BDD as Pyosik gets a massive kick as the health bar is super low. Closer is a one-man army, but so is Perfect. Take a look at this Udyr. You cannot kill him as in goes Willer. One last attempt. He does take out BDD, but now it's just Closer again, and it's felt like that for a large part of this game as Sundik's disc does come up, and Closer is actually the one guy who's able to fight against Udyr, but it feels a bit short-lived as Udyr's doing almost more damage to him than Closer is. As Closer goes back in, eats a stun to the face, and now with the range will take out Perfect, and at least they get one.
Find an angle. Doesn't look likely.
They had a ward back there, it looks like. And maybe an attempt for a flank, but that's not really going to work. Willer just alone again in the front. It's so much damage coming out right now. Nice pick here on a Pyosik, but pretty tanky on this Lee Sin. He's going to get away for now as the rest of KT comes in and will help out against this one Closer. A massive burst as he does get the bailout. Another rumble in the front, but it's just not enough. Had a nice little stand, but at the end of the day, it's Udyr on top. And Willer's not going to be able to do enough here. BDD and Barrel, partners in crime. They take the ace, and that'll be the end of the game.
12 out of 15 kill participation for this way that got Deft ahead. There were some errors by Barrel, but KT came into this first game with the first game of their tournament off of it. Very clean stuff here. Creativity coming out of the bottom lane, something Barrel is known for. And yeah, it was messy at times, but the strategy absolutely worked.
Oh no. Well, that's going to do it. Game number 1 goes into the hands of KT. They have a little fun in the fountain. And we have the announcer here to help out with the
time. And
it's a very common Draven thing to do, right? And I think that Deft should have respected it a little bit more. And now you're getting pressured under your turret. Here comes Willer, level 4 on the Viego, looking for the stun onto the Kalista. There it is, lined up by Henna. And that's an easy first blood here for FearX as they dive onto Deft and take him out. Willer taking some damage here on the backside. Barrel certainly getting his money's worth on the way out, but he's not going to pick up any kills just yet. He will escort them all.
Here, BDD also hitting level 6, could have been able to come help out if there was a contest there from Willer. He's a little bit late to arrive on the scene. Henna and Execute as well. Behind is, here comes.
Execute doesn't have flash, and he's just going to get Talia wall. Just as simple as that. BDD was hanging around that area, and they say, well,
on the Talia, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. As we have the handshake coming in, Barrel is in a lot of trouble just face checking him, and he's going to flash away. Actually gets away with his life, and now the Kalista getting so much value. Henna ticking down and sniped by the Hui from miles away.
Fate's call.
There you go. Level 6 hit for Deft as Barrel, well, maybe a little bit. No, he's fine. He's totally fine. 2 kills. Go over to the KT bottom lane.
Deft and Barrel are back, baby. New style of bot play with Hui that we have not seen yet in the LCK.
I'm dead. No flash.
No flash. Got him. Nice. Don't see him.
Wow.
So, you know, some people say cooking is a science, some people say it's not. In this case, it was not, but you know. Aware of this, Pyosik's heading over too, and it's really awkward right now to manage this. Execute is level 4. And
all right, TP coming in though. In a bit of trouble here. Nice flash handshake, and Deft is going to cleanse it immediately. They're going for Barrel as they assume Deft is dead already, and it's looking pretty likely. Barrel is going to go down as well, and a nice TP play. Going to net Fear X. A couple of kills in the bottom lane.
well, that was a great call. I mean, it's going to cost him a lot of top plates and a lot of minions.
And that's going to be the ult here out of the Syndra. Now Pyosik is waiting, and that doesn't look too good for Execute. As, yeah, he's going to handshake him away, but Barrel going to steal the kill. Nicely done. That's going to be the end of the Execute. But now Pyosik in a little bit of trouble in between 3 members. This game is getting pretty spicy once again. But the front line here pretty good for the side of KT is Perfect. Is going to join into this fight. Closer has to flash away. And now you see the Draven ultimate just sailing wide, not really helping out at all. As Willer and Closer just desperately trying to get away, knocks him out of the barrel. So Perfect will pick up the double. And a very nice timing for Perfect to come in and join and turn the tides of that fight. Perfect for joining us once again in the LCK. Glad to have Pyosik back. As now, Wall's going to come down once again. Closer will avoid the knockback, but as you mentioned, nobody really has flash on this side. A lot of damage does come out, but that's the Xin Zhao from downtown is going to join on in as now Willer 1v2 is going to maybe look for a reset here on a Pyosik. He's thinking about it. Stun comes in. There's the kill. And a denial on the knockback here as well, as you're not really getting away from this Viego. He's going to miss the stun, though, as Barrel is... Where did he even come from? Okay, I'm just going to flash away, uses the blast cone, low at, and now Willer is so low, and BDD's going to take him out, and the Ignite will finally take down BDD after all of that.
I mean, it looked pretty bad for Lightning, as meanwhile...
Oh boy, here we go again, but this time it's Closer, it's not Udyr. Certainly the Cassante can take that out, as Perfect will pick up another kill. 3-0.
I feel like this is very fast. He's going to win PUG. Like it's a PUG competition.
What's going on here? Henna, he's got a bailout now, and Deft is in a bit of trouble. Has to flash away, and Henna does get the kill. Immediately dies. But that's fine. Ooh, nice knock up on the Execute. No stun comes in as Willer. He's going to be sniped again. Here comes BDD over the top. As now Clear's going to join the party. There's never-ending fighting. They even got a TP coming in here now. Yeah. So it looks like Closer wants to join on in, but
Perfect also. It's Hextech again as the Souls. We'll watch this play here. Catches him at max range, ults him, gets the slow, and despite the flash, no escape here with the triple on that Q. The knockup comes through, and he's pretty hyped about it. Deft playing with fire a little bit here. Execute going to do Execute things and flash in for the follow-up. The bailout is going to be enough to guarantee the kill, but it's not without its price. And then Pyosik stays here for a long time to guarantee that he and BDD get Willer. Unfortunately, the wall works against him. And then Barrel is like, I'm here. 500 or so here. The lead is okay. TP, I don't know if this ends well.
Wait. Yeah, BDD is hanging around. He does have flash, and he will easily get away. Execute is executed, and now we have Clear in the front all alone. Meanwhile, Perfect is literally unkillable. He's going to bring back Henna, and that's another kill for him. Picks up his 4th of the contest. Not going to land the knockup as Willer and Closer try to opt into the 2v5. Not a good idea, as now the wall is going to come on in. The Fate's Call as well, and Closer's just dead. I mean, he might be able to trade it on to BDD. He will. Of all things, and now Willer also looking to go down. Nice little blast cone angle, but he gets feared, and now he's going to have a Cassante on his back. Does not have the flash. Execute makes his way in, and Pyosik is here to take him down, and that will be the end of Willer.
This is a rough one.
Time. As now going down the alley, or FearX are trying to get in here, but nobody's able to get in. I mean, look at Willer's positioning. He gave up on this one a long time ago, and Perfect is behind enemy lines. Do they have enough damage to kill him? They should, but he's living. Finally gets taken out by Willer. And you see Willer is doing some Viego things, looking for the resets, but this game has gone very dirty, very fast, as Pyosik just flashing on in. He's Xin Zhao, he doesn't give a damn, and he will slow them both up. That should be the end of this one, as Closer might be able to get away, but still KT, they get the Baron, and they can take whatever they want.
A bit early in the season to be...
A giant shield goes on to Closer. They slowly chip away at the base of Fear X.
Perfect here, just trying to tank it up. He just doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, perfect win for the Recurrent pretty early on, and you know, the Viego's just going to be able to chew through him. He's only got a frozen heart, but still, the Viego, given enough time, should be able to get it done. Now, Clear is chasing them. He is Udyr, but he is mortal, especially 1v4 in this case, so down he goes.
Let's see if this TP is going to catch anybody. Perfect says, I'm back.
Wait.
I'm back, baby.
Wait, who wins this fight? Where are they running to? Oh, they're okay. They're running away from KT. I see. There's the slow execute as well. Is not in a good spot. Down he goes. Boomed by the bottom lane of KT Rolls. Timing, roaming into mid, picking up 2 kills early. That makes the Cassante unkillable, especially against a Draven and a Syndra, who don't really have a lot of ways to penetrate through the huge amount of armor that the Cassante has. So now Perfect just standing in the front, just waiting for this one. Another big Draven ultimate, but Henna, besides that, hasn't been able to do much, as that is a gigantic way ultimate once again. In goes Pioshik. He's kind of in the thick of things here. Another big knockup comes in as Clear is trying to make it interesting with the bailout as well, but it's just not enough. And KT Rolster will take the 2-0 here in the second series of the night.
This was an entertaining stomp, what we saw, Valdez. I mean, game 1...